Welcome to 734 Games, and this is your host, Tom, coming to you from beautiful Washtenaw County, and today we're here to talk about the next-gen consoles. Now, the funny thing about that is, a lot of pundits are out there saying that basically Sony and Microsoft are in a staring contest, and they're going to see who drops the price first. Now, that seems kind of ridiculous to me because they're losing money doing that. You see, generally, these companies do make money off of pre-orders. So they're not doing pre-orders. The consoles are supposed to be out in November, and yet we know absolutely nothing. Isn't that weird that this is happening at the same time we're having a global pandemic? That's interesting. And if you believe China, everything is okay. But I'm one of those people that I don't really believe what China is saying. I don't think things are great over there. And looking at Microsoft and Sony, what they're doing, they're being very vague, and they're giving like roundabout dates, and not really dates. They're giving, oh, the month of this, or Sony is actually saying 2020. Sony's not even saying a month. They're just saying the console will release in 2020, which is interesting. That seems to me that, what it seems to me is that there's a very good chance that these next-gen consoles will be delayed, and we will not see them this year. And, I mean, with the way things are going, I don't think it'd be a good idea to put them out in January, thinking they're going to be, maybe they'll put it out in March in Japan, but here I cannot see these companies putting out consoles. If they get delayed past December, then there's a good chance it's going to be November of 2021, and that would make a lot more sense. I just don't see, I cannot see two big giant companies sitting there facing off against each other over the price and losing money doing it. That doesn't make sense, and it's never been done before, and I just don't believe it. I think they're having manufacturing issues, and they're trying to manufacture these things as fast as they can, and I have a feeling that if these consoles do come out, they're probably not going to be very well manufactured or made. So I would be wary of picking up a next-gen console this year. I kind of want to pick up the Xbox. Microsoft is pretty good about, if your console is broken, they're pretty good about fixing it. They've done it in the past with the Xbox 360. I had a red ring of death Xbox 360, but I still it's gonna be trouble dealing with that, and it's a pretty good chance that the consoles will not come out at all this year. It doesn't make sense. I just what they're doing and how they're acting and the commercials they're putting out. And Sony is being very vague. Microsoft they're putting out features, but they're really not they're not really putting a whole lot else out there. They've shown us the box, they told us the features, they said what it's going to do. They've given us a little bit more on titles that are going to be launching. Sony hasn't given us really anything on launch titles. They've given us one title, and it's Spider-Man, and it's a Spider-Man DLC. And that tells me that these consoles are not ready for launch, and I don't think they're going to be here. They might show up. I could be wrong. They may show up. They may come out in 2020, but I don't think it's even a good year to launch. I think it'd probably be a mistake to launch the consoles this year. And I don't know, their strategy is to try to get these things out, to push them out as quickly as possible. But I don't think it's working, and it definitely doesn't look like it. And that's pretty much it for this episode of 734 Games. This is your host, Tom, signing off from 734 Games, where gaming is alive.